Still inside.
One chance.
He lost his nose a little bit on the 8. He's right on him.
He's there. This
Will he go for a slide job? This is it. There he goes.
Here he goes.
In for it.
Down to the bottom. Slides up into him. Who's going to save it? Neither one. They both spin out. Kyle Busch. And Kyle Busch is going to win barely. Steals one.
Holy cow. Tyler Reddick.
Here comes the 20 of Matt Kenseth. Can't do it.
No, he just doesn't have enough of a push. He's going to have to back up to that car behind him and get that push, but he's trying.
He wants that 4 car to help him. Here he goes.
Next flag ends the race.
I just don't think he can do it from the outside.
He might be able to get up to 3rd, maybe 2nd. I just don't know if he's going to get all the way up to the lead, but here he comes.
Got to run down the back. It's going to be a drag race off turn 4, but I just don't see him being able to pull it off.
He's getting a big push. He's getting a big push.
He's coming. He's up to 2nd.
Hamlin a 2nd. Up
watch
high.
the inside. Watch the inside. Mark Truex Jr. 3 wide.
Truex to the bottom. No, red.
Kenseth saves it. Here they come to the line. This is the finish of the Daytona 500. Side by side, bouncing off each other.
Unbelievable. I think it was Denny Hamlin.
I have it as Hamlin.
By an inch.
What
Denny
a finish.
Hamlin. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. I'm telling you.
White flag, 1 lap to go.
To the white, man. Coming to the white. Single file behind him.
Front 4, single foul. Here they go. They got to go. They got to get Mark. They got to move him somehow.
He gets back to that yellow line right around the bottom, all the way through turn 1 and 2.
Mark Martin is driving the race of his life, and there's nobody that's better at holding people off at Daytona.
Kyle Busch lagged back a little bit. Is he going to get help? Is he going to come? He's looking.
Back behind you.
He almost squeezed Harvick into the wall, and here comes Harvick, the 29 with Matt Kenseth.
Oh, Mark got loose. Mark got loose.
And Harvick's getting a run off turn 4. It's going to be a drag race all the way back to the start-finish line. No caution. They're side by side, right to the line.
Big crash. Here they come. Checkered flag. Harvick. Kevin Harvick wins the Daytona 500.
We got one car on his roof coming across the start-finish line.
Still wrecking. They're wrecking everywhere.
Don't forget Jimmy Johnson and Dale Jr., 5th and 6th. They are there. Which group will they go with? And will it help the Childress cars, or will it help Jeff Gordon to victory lane?
All bets are off. They get to the middle of the tri-oval.
Watch out, down low.
Way down comes Johnson.
Good run.
He's got room. They're 3 wide. 3 by 3 to the line.
Johnson.
Maybe Jimmy Johnson.
I believe he got him by an inch.
2/1000ths of a second he beat Boyer.
Okay, a 1/16 of an inch.
Have you ever?
Oh, man. Oh, man.
No, we have
I have never seen anything like that. Woohoo!
Jeff Gordon watching Boyer, seeing if he can beat Boyer. Left just enough room on the inside for Johnson and Earnhardt. Right there in the tri-oval, it's Boyer's race.
Yeah, it looks like Boyer's pulling ahead, but then all of a sudden they hit that wall of air. Here comes that 48.
But Darrell, the start-finish line here is 1,000 feet further. And look how close it is, 4 wide at the wire.
That is just a beautiful thing right there. 2, 4, 6, 8 cars.
So close, we can hardly capture it with our stop-motion camera. There's a look at it, and there is the margin.
Down to the final lap. Can anybody run up and catch Burton and Boyer? They've got some ground to make up if they're going to do it. Shuffling around in this pack.
8 of the last 12 races here have been decided on the last lap.
Dave Blaney first to break from the traffic with Brad Keselowski. Here come Brian Vickers and Casey Kane. Whole knot of cars behind them, but Jeff Burton is a half a lap from victory. This far clear of the pack. Does Boyer pull out and try and win?
There's a chance that Boyer might try to pull out and win when they get to the trial.
Here he goes. Here he goes. Does the pack have a chance to run him down?
Side over there, you and him. No pressure.
Side by side in contact. The pack is not going to catch him. They bounce
still got
off
a shot.
again. Clint Boyer gets the win.
I don't know who won that. Good job, Clint.
Another frantic Talladega finish. We heard the radio conversation between Burton and Boyer about how quickly they needed to get together to hold off the competition. They did it. Others around them faltered, and then they raced to go.
ECR engines at the front of the field working together and looking good.
The big question, both those guys, they have to be on fumes as far as fuel, the 1 and the 29.
I don't like that. There's a little bit nervous getting a big lead out here. You got to be careful. But with these guys 2 by 2 behind them, it might work.
Staying to the inside, the 2 leaders have no drafting help, but they are scooting away from the pack. 3 corners to go.
Now Harvick, he'll keep pushing him, and he'll get over here to the travel, try to make the slingshot on him.
As soon as he knows that he doesn't have to worry about that 3rd place car of Montoya, he probably will try to make the move, although I don't know if it'll do him any good or not.
Last chance through the trial.
Here he comes!
Here they come!
Harvick! It's Harvick! He got him! He timed it perfect! He got him!
Mr. Where did he come from? Wins Talladega.
He got him! He timed it picture perfect. Oh, boy. And McMurray opened that bottom just enough.
I think McMurray thought, I've got it made because Harvick's not going to do anything. He can't afford to. Holy cow, look at Delana. She can't believe it.
Awesome job, guys. Awesome job. I mean, that played out to the T. To the pass on the last lap.
Yeah, baby.
You said you wanted to be.
You see what happened? He got him wiggling a little bit, Larry.
Through the trial.
Got him a little bit loose, and that's what won the race for him. When he went across the back of his bumper, got him a little loose, opened the door.
I don't know who it was, Darrell, but on Friday I saw him do that to someone in practice. Wiggle him up a little, move underneath, and make the pass. Harvick on Friday was practicing his race-winning move.
You see right
and
there.
It pays off right here.
Yeah, you see right there, Mike, he had the 1 car of McMurray sideways.
And how
behind him for 1 more lap. White flag in the air at Daytona. Regan Smith to the outside. Keselowski pushing him.
That's where that side draft comes into play. You can see Sam Hornish coming off the bumper of Stewart.
Up to the center. Bowman pushed by Kligerman. Somehow they got out of it and saved it. Hornish now back behind Stewart. Up to the outside, 2 is Brian Scott.
See, Tony Stewart just bulled his way through there to get an opportunity, and he's going to have it too.
Final corner at Daytona. Who's going to get here first? Regan Smith 7, Keselowski 22, Stewart 33, and contact! Smith turned around. Tony Stewart is going to win this race. And a terrible crash coming to the finish.
This is a big, big wreck.
Kyle Larson's car with the front end severely torn off. He's bailing out of the car. Part of that car did pierce the catch fencing shy of the start-finish line. You see some of the others involved. White flag is out.
Maybe.
The last lap is underway. Who gets back first if there's no accident?
I think they're going to have a hard time, even though Logano has a big run, getting back per Kyle Busch right here. I don't know. Looks like they might have a run. They do.
Back down, come back down, come back down.
Cut the other way. Half a lap to go. Here comes Stewart in the 33 as Logano goes to the point. 3 wide in turn 4. A squeeze to the outside wall. Trouble in the corner. Hard, vicious crash. Who gets through to win the race? Caution flag has just been called. The race leader is James Butcher in the 30 car.
Unbelievable.
heavy crash in the final corner of the race. Kyle Busch's car, Trevor Bayne, Ricky Stenhouse.
It looked like Stewart tried to force it on the outside. Not quite enough room to make it happen. Well, he had the room. I think that maybe Joey Logano moved up to try to block that progress. Here's Kurt Busch.
Moved that last time.
White flag.
Here he goes. He's going to try to slide under him here. Come on, baby.
And Blaney's coming.
Both these cars are driving terrible right now. Half a lap to go.
Nah, they're driving good. Come on, baby. You can do it on this end of the speedway. Come off the 4 and get up alongside of him.
Half a mile
Here
to
he
go.
comes. Here he comes.
Who's going to get off?
Here he comes. Here he comes. He's got him this time.
It's going to be a drag race. Wow! They touch. They touch.
Craven got him. Craven got him.
Craven got him.
And
Craven. All right. What a finish.
have you ever?
No, I've never.
Wow.
What a finish.
I don't know if he's that or if he thinks he might have a flat tire or something like that. He's really moving the car around. It doesn't look very stable right now.
1 lap to go. Kyle Busch, defensive line into turn 1.
There's something wrong with the 18.
Now Ambrose trying to get second from Keselowski while he tries to get the lead from Kyle. Contact in the S's.
It's right. Got it.
Dangerous spot on the track for Kyle to be sideways. Looks like he gets off to the guardrail. No caution yet. Here's the race for the lead.
Keselowski's got damage on the left front.
Is the tire going to make it all the way around? And will the 9 help him? Everybody's in the grass.
Oh, you're clear. Dig.
That might have been the race right there. We'll see. No, Keselowski's slower. Keselowski's got a problem. Trying to stay with Ambrose. 2 final corners. Do they use the bumpers? A nudge, a push. Can Ambrose save it? To the checkered flag. Who gets here first?
Clear.
Ambrose, 9. Keselowski, 2. Final corner. Marcos Ambrose is going to win at Watkins Glen in a remarkable last lap turn of events.
Winner of the Nascar Big Cup Series, baby.
Longest last lap of his life. I mean, this has been so hard for him to get around this track with all these caution flags, but he looks great right now. But Carl Edwards, don't count him out. He's closing in on him.
He knows exactly. Listen to the fans cheering these guys as they go by.
Marcus Ambrose has been flawless all day long. He just has to make a few more corners to get this thing home.
Carl Edwards trying to do everything he can to get close for one more final dive on him, but I don't think it's going to happen. Marcus has just been that superior today.
I'll tell you, Carl Edwards not letting him get away from him too far.
Now, this track's drying out pretty good right now. Carl's getting some good bite on these dry sections of the racetrack and actually running them down just a little bit.
Looks like he has closed the gap.
Long way to go still when you think about it in Marcus Ambrose's eyes. Heading down into 8. That's the final time there. So only one more real good opportunity for him.
But Carl Edwards is right there. I mean, one mistake by Ambrose. Carl Edwards win this thing.
Down in the hairpin here, Andy. This is where he's got to try to get it done.
If he's going to dive on him, it could be here.
And he tried. He's made a move here.
Going to go high-low on him.
Right off the corner.
Can he get the grip?
It's the grip. He's trying to fight that grip off the corner.
All right.
He gets in the bumper. He's pushing Ambrose.
Yeah. Now he's got one more chance going into 13. Marcus taking the defensive line down the middle, saying if you're going to go, you're going to tell me where you're going first. Here he comes into 13.
Well, Carl Edwards is doing everything he can right here. And
Marcus!
Big time curve. Here comes
It's going to cost him. No! Can you believe this? Carl Edwards gets around him. Marcus makes one mistake all day, and it's going to cost him the win.
The last lap hits the wrinkle strips, goes airborne, and loses the race all by himself.
Andrew Ranger comes home 3rd. Jacques Villeneuve 4th. Brad Keselowski in 5th.
Tony better not do what he did in the 7 this time or he's in trouble.
Try to dive you down here.
They're working him.
Not close enough.
Nope. Tony's right where he needs to be, man.
See if he can make a gain. It's all about getting off of this corner. He gets in there good. Oh, he missed it a little bit.
We're
He's not
about
going to be able to get
to. We're
around.
about to. Be ready for the dive.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's wheel hopping. He's going to hit him.
Hamlin is there.
He hit him.
Hey,
oh,
got
my
him.
goodness.
Oh, no. No.
It's not over.
Get him back.
Denny got in there and wheel hopped. I don't think he meant for that to happen, but then he made contact with Tony. I think Tony was also pretty loose getting in there.
Well, that was what happened to Tony lap before, you know, when he got loose into 7 and that allowed Hamlin to close up.
Hey,
but
this thing's not over, guys. Watch what happens into turn 11 in this heavy braking zone.
2 more corners. Hamlin trying to pull
Tony's
away.
Close enough.
I think Tony used up his stuff. I mean, we knew he was having, you know, issues
Here we
with
go.
the car.
Stewart inside.
Oh,
He
Hamlin
is
went
there.
wide.
He
What
gets
in the world?
Hamlin. They
Whoa.
hit. And Stewart comes off turn 11. And he's coming to the flag.
How did that just
Tony
happen?
Stewart
How
wins.
did that happen? Are you kidding me?
Oh, Jimmy! Trouble! Kenseth in the wall, Biffle in the wall. Kenseth spins into the pack. Denny Hamlin. Was wondering going down in that corner, how close was Kenseth going to try to get over onto Jimmy Johnson to try to take advantage, get him a little bit free. Johnson got extremely loose. He did handle with the worst of this and just an innocent bystander.
So the race for the lead into turn 1. I believe the word I used just before the restart was crazy turn 1.
Yeah, crazy. And we knew they were going to be racing like it was the last lap. Yeah,
when
it may
did
have
this
been because I don't know that we'll get back under green.
And who was leading when the caution came out here? Jeff Gordon's the one that's out front right now, but we'll have to see about this.
And yes, the leader is Jeff Gordon.
Well, for his fortunes turning here.
Wow. They will bring the cars down the pit lane this time. Shut them down and cover them up. Yes, that's a live picture. There is actually a severe thunderstorm warning. Not a watch, but a warning for this area. And it is coming down right now. So the Pennsylvania 400 has been declared official. Just shy of the 250-mile mark. 245 to be specific, and Jeff Gordon is going to pick up his first win of this season and his now all-time leading 6th here at Pocono Raceway. He has got the tricky triangle pretty well figured out.
That's working really well.
Oh, Jimmy going to take.
Oh, no, Jimmy!
Contact.
And around goes Menard into the wall.
Come on high. Clear. All clear.
Big wreck. Well, I'm just wondering, did that suck the back end of the car around on Menard, or did they make contact that turned him around?
When the 48 gets on your bumper like that, it probably had something to do with it.
18 half back with him. 18
Jimmy
half
just
back
got
with
a
you.
run.
Tight in front, 48 by himself.
Went
By
to
himself.
side drive
Stay
the
calm,
left
stay
rear
calm.
of the
You're good.
21
Right
Menard.
behind
I
you.
don't know if Paul
Right
came
behind
down
you.
a
Get
little
back
bit,
it down.
but
Get
they're
back it
just,
down. Slow.
they got too close and hit.
Paul never moved. It looked like it sucked Jimmy into him. I think he made a miscalculation there.
Yeah, Menard comes off the wall a little bit, but just you know, a misjudgment, and made contact, turned him around.
Look at all. I mean, look at that. That's a wad of wrecked race cars.
It's the world's fastest wrecking yard right there.
Oh my gosh, Mike. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like that.
Look at Alex Bowman in the 88. Hard on the brakes. He's going to get through this. I'm not sure how, but he did.
Well, he's the only one.
Yet again.
And this rain here is falling a little heavier than what we've seen so far.
Yeah, this is a pretty hard shower right here.
7 championships and 83 wins splitting up, Chad Knaus and Jimmy Johnson. We might be looking at a day where one of them has sat on the pole for the Daytona 500, Chad Knaus, and we may be looking at a day where a man finally goes back to victory lane after not visiting it since the spring of 2017, Jimmy Johnson. How ironic would that be? I know it's not a points race. I know it's not over, but the biggest story of the offseason, look what it's maybe yielded today.
There is your winner of the Clash of 2019. Due to the heavy rain, the race has been called. It's official. Jimmy Johnson is your winner.
Is his partner and Scott Wimmer.
White flag.
White flag. Here we go. Harvick in front. Can he make NASCAR history and win both ends of a nationwide Sprint Cup doubleheader in one day?
He's going to have to fight them all from both sides right here. He's got cars coming each way. McMurray with a head of steam.
McMurray, oh, look out, little contact with a 32. McMurray says, hey, I was in front the last time. You took it away from me earlier today. He's going to try and take it away from him.
Oh, he's hung in the middle. Here comes Keselowski.
Got trouble now. Keselowski's got like on the high side. Look out, they're going to go around.
McMurray.
Been behind.
Oh, big crash. Oh, and up into the wall. Look out. The caution is out. The race will finish. And it looks like Brad Keselowski is going to get the race win.
Bring it here. Bring it here.
We will check with NASCAR officials because of where the field would be set when the yellow came out. Unofficially, it looks like Brad Keselowski has taken the win, and tough break for Kenny Wallace there.
Oh, it's good to see that right there.
That is Dennis Setzer. As boy, that car is torn up.
They got up in the catch fence.
1 lap to go. Logano out front. You remember Elliott Sadler was right there trying to win at Daytona. He finds himself in that position here at Talladega as well.
Here comes Brendan Poole. He's going to have a huge run. He's to the outside of the one of Elliott Sadler. Is he going to get the push from the 51? Is the one? Oh, this is going to hurt the 22. Here comes the 48.
Sadler down below the line, slides back up in front of his teammate Justin Allgaier.
He got out there. He got out there. Staying with the 1. It's okay.
The 48 has got to stay close, tight to the 22 here to have a chance.
Bounce you out. You're clear. Stay in like that. Stay in like that. The 1 bounce you out. Now watch him.
How did Elliott Sadler get back on the road and not lose any ground? He's going to have a chance to win this race.
If he pulls high.
Joey Logano gets turned. Elliott Sadler drives through. They're crashing big time. And the line, Brendan Poole, first career win at Talladega.
How about that for Brendan Poole? And a big hit from Blake.
Huge crash. Joey Logano with damage. The same for Blake Cook. Wow. So it'd be interesting to hear what NASCAR says.
I wasn't looking for it. I was just so amazed by the finish.
What I was seeing.
Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, the caution for sure came out. It's just, when was it?
And what you would do on a final lap, caution comes out, you freeze the field, and whoever is out front.
Yeah, and they make it very clear in our drivers' meeting that they use every piece of evidence that they go off of loop data. They'll go off of video and everything. So they have a lot that's going to transpire here.
Watch. There's the caution. Here's Elliott Sadler. Watch for the caution light to come on.
Elliott Sadler
wins it at Talladega.
Unbelievable.
How about that?